Hello guys, welcome to this brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience at Soi Thait Fitness Street, which is located in Phuket, Thailand. And let me tell you guys, if you want to get into shape, if you want to learn like Muay Thai, boxing, MMA, I don't care what it is, at whatever level you're at, like if you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, if you're a professional fighter, this is literally the place to be. I don't think there's any place like it in the entire world. It's basically a single street. It's pretty narrow, like it's not a big street. It's a long street, but it's a narrow street. And I mean, all over the street there are just like gyms, like high level gyms, where you can learn boxing, you can learn Muay Thai, you can learn MMA. There are CrossFit gyms over here. You have um, Unit 27, which is a strength and conditioning gym. Um, you have Gold's Gym. I don't know if that's what it's called, but like a regular gym where you can lift weights. And then you have Tiger Muay Thai. You have Dragon Muay Thai. You have Apollo Gym. So there's so many different gyms that you can choose from, basically, to fulfill whatever need you have, whatever goal you have. I mean, the they offer enough possibilities for you to reach that goal, whether that's in fitness, whether that's in fighting, whether you just want to lose weight. It's all here, you know. So whatever your goal is, this is the place to be. And I've really never seen anything like it. I mean, you walk around in the street and there's probably like every 50 meters you got literally a protein bar where you can just get a protein shake. I mean, like, where do you got that? Like anywhere else in the world? It's unreal here. The people are very nice. The people are really cool. Everybody's it's just like, you know, when you go to a festival and everybody's just in a good mood and everybody's just trying to talk to each other and trying to help each other out. I get the same energy over here. I mean, people are just really friendly. They're here to learn. They're competitive, but at the same time, they're here to have a good time. So when it comes down to the people over here, it's just a very pleasant experience. Um, yeah, I mean, and there's just a lot of possibility here. You can book your stay when you're coming here. Look around at which gym you want to train. Do a few drop-in classes. That's something that I would recommend. That's something that I didn't do here, which it's my first time coming here, and I actually didn't know that there were so many gyms out here. I just thought it was Tiger Muay Thai, and I think a lot of you guys probably think that Tiger Muay Thai, it's the most famous gym in the world, and that's why a lot of people come here. So you pre-book your training basically, and you're kind of stuck to it at that point because you paid a lot of money, and now you're stuck to one gym, which is fine because honestly my experience at Tiger was great. Really good coaches, really big classes, which is something you're either a fan of or you don't. Me personally, I have found that the classes are just a little bit too big for my liking. There are a lot of people here. It's high season, so it's high season. So maybe that's not the case for the low season, but when it comes down to the high season, there's just a lot of people over here. You don't really get that personal attention when you're training. So yeah, that's something that I would note. If I came back here, I'd probably train at Apollo Gym or something smaller. Me personally, I came here to improve my boxing skills, and Apollo Gym is actually where I'm staying right now, and they have a training. Um, yeah, they have a training ground here where you can just book your boxing classes, and I did a drop-in class here at the end of my stay because I just wanted to try it out, and personally I actually preferred it to Tiger because the classes are smaller. You get more one-on-one coaching, um, and for me personally, I prefer that actually. So what I recommend you guys do is book your accommodation fly over here, book your accommodation so you're straight, and then go and look around, take a look around and see what gym you prefer. Do a few drop-in classes. I mean, to be honest, they were a bit overpriced, but it's better to do them than to, pay upfront for 1 month and then find out that maybe you should have done something different. At the end of the day, do I regret it? Absolutely not. It's my first time coming here, and I enjoyed it that much that I'm pretty sure that I'm coming back here like next year or whatever. So, what are some other things that you should know about? When it comes down to the life here, it's basically very chill. It's very relaxed. The weather, I don't know how it's gonna be like in the rain season, but right now, January, February, the weather is absolutely great. I haven't even had any rain yet. The only rain that I've experienced was at night, so I was asleep basically, or I was trying to fall asleep, and that's actually pretty pleasant. But you wake up the next day, and because of the temperatures, it's already completely dry outside, and the weather was beautiful. It's pretty hot out here, 30 degrees, high humidity, so it's pretty important that you stay hydrated. And I actually recommend you to buy. Let me see if I can find it over here, because this is actually something that I do recommend to anybody coming here, that on your first day you get yourself one of these, which is basically what do you call this? I mean, it's just minerals. Like, you put it in your water and you get to hydrate yourself. It comes in bags like this, and it costs around, I don't know, 200 baht maybe, which is a few euros, and they're gonna last you the whole month. I mean, look how many I have left, and I've been here for an entire month, so that's pretty crazy actually. So I definitely recommend that to anybody coming here. It's really important that you stay hydrated, because you're gonna be sweating peanuts, guys. Like, it's insane how much you're gonna sweat at these training sessions here. The humidity, again, it's really something. But yeah, what did I think about the trainings themselves? I mean, in my home country, the Netherlands, I've been training for a long time, and I can't say the trainings were like harder than they were in my hometown, but yeah, the temperature, man, it's definitely something that you gotta consider. Like, you need to stay hydrated. It's so important. Can't stress that enough. Um, Other things right here. If you talk about the cost of living, so I paid about 600 euros for this accommodation, and this is a hotel. So they come in here, they clean your room every day. It's really neat. It's really clean. It's really nice. I really can't complain, and I actually paid too much because it was my first time. I didn't know what to expect, so I used Booking.com because I just thought it would be the safer bet. But if you book through their website directly at Apollo Hotel, you're actually gonna pay like less, and it's actually quite a bit. So I think it was like 200 that you're paying less. So that's something to consider. Um, but there were even cheaper accommodations out here if you really look, like, if you look good enough, you feel me? Like, a lot of the accommodations don't have a website, so if you really have the balls for it, you just book your flight and you figure out where you're gonna stay when you get here. I mean, it's totally possible. Another thing that I would recommend is that you get a scooter. I didn't get a scooter myself. Everybody out here has a scooter, and basically you pay. I don't know what you pay actually, but you pay, I don't know, 8,000 baht for an entire month, something like that. Maybe a bit more, but you know, I actually regret it, because if you have a scooter, you can go anywhere at any time on this island. Because I think the diameter of this island is something like 40 kilometers, so all distances are perfectly, doable on a scooter. But again, I didn't get one because you need an international driver license for it, and um, I'm a young guy still, and my mother didn't want me to get a scooter. So I promised her that I wouldn't. Next time I'm gonna get a scooter. Right now, I had to pay for taxi um, every week because I do go to the beach on Sunday. Simply because at Sunday there is no training here. Okay, that's something that I should make clear. The trainings are from Monday till Friday, and on Saturday there is a little bit of training going on. For the Muay Thai classes, there's training. For the boxing classes, there isn't. And it's only in the morning, and at Sunday there's no training at all. Fitness Street kind of becomes like a ghost town. There's not really much out here, so most people just go to the beach. And me not having a scooter, I had to pay for a taxi up and down to like Kata Beach, or that would be about 20 bucks, 20 euros, for going up and down, and that's quite a bit of money. I feel like spending that on a scooter would give you more freedom. But again, I made that promise to my mother. She was very scared that I would get in trouble. And to be fair, like, it's pretty dangerous out here to drive a scooter. I've seen two people like nearly kill themselves. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've seen two people just driving at a ridiculous speed and just crashing, like just falling to the ground. And so if you are gonna ride a scooter, like, be responsible. Like, don't show off or anything. Don't drive at ridiculous speeds. Just be normal, and you should be fine. If you don't have the international driver's permit, that was kind of also what I was a little scared about, because on the internet I read that if the police catches you, you could get into serious trouble. But from what I've heard from basically everybody down here, tourists, taxi drivers, restaurant personnel, that's just not the case for Phuket. Like, if the police stop you, you pay 500 baht, and they're gonna let you go. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. So I'm definitely gonna do that next time, and I definitely recommend it to anybody coming over here. Just be safe, drive safe, and don't try to show off or anything. I mean, the traffic is pretty hectic. Do note that you're gonna be driving left, because I don't know where you're coming from, but if you're from the Netherlands or anywhere else in Europe, you're gonna be driving left, and the traffic is pretty. Whoever's gonna catch, what do you call it in English? Voorrang. I don't know what it's called, but it's not like right go first. It's like whoever takes it gets it. So that's something you gotta watch out with, but it's gonna give you a lot of freedom. So I definitely recommend that. Okay, then I feel like I talked about most of the things right here on Fitness Street. The food is very cheap. Like, you can go out, and there are like different classes of restaurants. You can go on and get a meal for just a couple bucks. Like, it's so cheap, and you will be fulfilled in all your macro and micro nutritional needs. You can go to a little bit of a more expensive restaurant, and you're gonna maybe get a higher quality cut of the meat or something like that. But at the end of the day, meat is meat, and when you're talking about nutritional value, you can really fulfill that need for, I don't know, maybe 15 bucks a day. If you want to spend extra on like a massage, you can get that for around 300 baht, which is a few euros, like 7 euros, something like that. Which I did spend on that. Twice a week I would get myself a massage, and yeah, it's pretty neat. Do note that, like, you need to be clear about um, the level of hardness you want in a massage, because there was one time where an old woman was massaging me, and she absolutely fucked me up. Like, she pressed like buttons on my body that I didn't even know existed. Like, she would press down on them so hard, and that shit hurted a lot. And I mean, 2 days after, I was still feeling it. So I do recommend you to be very clear about, like, what you want from that massage, because like, these Thai people, they're gonna fuck you up. Talking about that, don't get drunk over here. Don't do anything stupid, because I've seen somebody being drunk and getting into a fight with one of the locals. And let me tell you, every person in this country, I don't care if it's a taxi driver, I don't care if it's a restaurant waiter, everybody knows Muay Thai over here. Or like at least you should expect that everybody's got some experience here. And if you're drunk and you're trying to be like, you know, trying to be the cool guy and trying to like look for a fight, man, you shouldn't do that because I've seen somebody's face get like molested by one of these people here. And if you get into trouble with one Thai person, like their entire family, bro, like you got beef with all of them as well. They're coming after you. So don't get drunk, don't do anything stupid. Yeah, man, just don't do anything fucking stupid, man, because at the end of the day, you are in a foreign country, and if you get in trouble with the law here, it's not like in Europe or anything, where it's everything is fair and stuff like that. Like the police doesn't really give that much of a fuck about like foreigners and stuff. Like if you get into a feud with one of the locals, chances are you're not gonna get the best of that. Like they're not gonna pick your side or anything. So yeah, you should be careful about that as well. Other than that, I feel like you should just come here with an open mind. I mean, you're gonna meet a lot of people. Me personally, I didn't meet that many people because I came here with like the mindset of, I want to grind and shit. And I read a lot of books coming here. I think I read about 3 full books in 1 month. I did a course on IT because I really wanted to develop my IT skills coming here. So me personally, I wasn't that social, but if you want to be, it's super easy. Like people are gonna, come up to you and ask you questions and say like everybody wants to get to know people and stuff. So that's pretty easy as well if you want to make friends here. You should definitely do that next time. I'm gonna be more social. I'm gonna meet more people. But right now, I feel like everything that I expected out of it, I got from it. I got into really great shape. Actually, the body transformation that I went through within 1 month of like weightlifting, strength and conditioning, and boxing, really paid off. Yeah, I'll put a picture of the before and after so you can see like people go at it right here. That's also something that I should note. Like, I'm a 20-year-old guy, and when I came here, I got humbled because when I'm in my hometown, I feel pretty confident about myself because I'm in good shape and this and that. I got my shit together reasonably, so that makes you think that you're kind of the guy. But when I came here, and I was among all these 30-year-olds, because I think that's the average age of people around here. I mean, I just got humbled because like the people out here are in shape. Like they're not just in shape; they're like in peak physical condition. Like not everybody, of course, but a lot of people are. And it's just motivating. You look around and you see people who are like on a higher level than you. So it's definitely motivating. Some of them might be on steroids, but that's beside the point. A lot of people are in great shape right here. It's not like you walk around in any place. Like this is really the top 1% of people in physical condition and stuff like that. Like if you go to Kata Beach or you go to a different area, you just immediately notice that everybody's fat, everybody's out of shape. But you come here, people are walking around with some crazy physiques, and it's really impressive, and it's really motivating to be in an environment like that. It really makes you think like, damn, I'm not nearly where I could be. Like there are people who are on a way higher level than me, not just physique wise, also fighting wise. I mean, I came here, and the first day, I thought I could box. I thought I was pretty alright, because in my hometown, I'm pretty comfortable in that gym. I'm not at the highest level, but I'm like, I can handle myself. And I came here, and I did get my ass whipped a few times because, especially in the boxing class, you don't even know it, and you're standing in front of somebody who already fought like in the octagon or something like that. You're fighting a professional fighter all of a sudden. Should you be worried about that? Absolutely not. The sparring is light, really. Like you can really determine your own pace. If you want to go hard, your opponent is probably going to go hard on you too. But if you just light, if you want to keep it technical, if you want to keep it strategic, I've found out that in general, your opponent is also gonna gonna do the same. So the gym etiquette is it's really good. There are gonna be exceptions. I mean, I've had a few times where I was paired up against a guy who just weighed maybe 20 kilograms heavier than me, and he was just trying to fuck me up. But at that point, you either tell them that you're not looking for that, or if you're not a bitch, you just give them the same energy back and just try to fight as hard as you can. Um, anyways, I think I've spoken about most things that you should consider when coming here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to help you guys out. This is my first video on this channel. So excuse me if the quality isn't too great. I'm filming on my front camera because it's just weird to film on the back camera. Still gotta get used to that. But expect more videos to be posted on this channel. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like down below if this video helped you out, and consider also subscribing.